Okay, let's see how this goes. So I am tired. I'm not probably going to do more than 2 hours at the moment, honestly. Wait till it says. Alright, it says it's starting. That's good. That's neat. That's pretty nifty. How's the volume? Let's listen. Yeah, I think that's alright. Eventually I'm going to need a new microphone. I can tell that already, but... You know... Make do with the amount of money that I have at the moment, which is not a lot. Unlike in Final Fantasy. Which, I mean, still isn't a lot, but it's enough, I guess. It's mainly just going to be grinding, so in a minute or two here, I'm honestly just going to start reading Bible verses. Because there's not much else for me to do, aside from heal them when they need heals, so, you know, not terribly interesting is at this moment, just doing a little bit of that grinding. Little bit of that grind. I think it's gotta be a bit of a ways to level 20. At this point, I'm going for level 20. Yeah, a bit of a ways, Let's go ahead and get some heals. Lena, I'd like you to heal or level up real quick. That is a... Oh, that's your HP, that's right, okay. Anywho. So, I figured I'd get a little bit of streaming in. I should probably actually get on the Discord just in case Ott does decide to join in. Since it'll be a little bit boring for him, but better than nothing. So we'll just hop on in there. Hopefully if somebody comes along we can hear them. Maybe not, we'll see, Don't mess, Ferris. So for the Final Fantasy FMV, or not FMV, Final Fantasy V movie that takes place after this, is it canon that Bart gets with Ferris? Or Lena? Because I honestly always preferred Bart's and Lena, or Ferris, pardon me, to be honest. I'm not really sure why. No, just did. Forest. Just grinding. So I'm just gonna be quiet for a bit. I'm gonna just read. Because I'd like to catch up a little bit, honestly. Actually, I'm not gonna be quiet. I'll read out loud. Let me see. Is anybody watching? Nope. Take off the garment of your sorrow and affliction, O Jerusalem, and put on forever the beauty of the glory from God. Put on the robe of the righteousness from God. Put on your head the diadem of the glory of the everlasting. For God will show you splendor everywhere under heaven, for your name will be ever called by God. Will forever be called by God. Peace of righteousness and glory of godliness. Arise, O Jerusalem, stand upon the height and look toward the east, and see your children gathered from west and east at the word of the Holy One, rejoicing that God has remembered them. For they went forth from you on foot, led away by their enemies, but God will bring them back to you, carried in glory as on a royal throne. For God has ordained that every high mountain and the everlasting hills be made low, and the valleys filled up to make level ground, so that Israel may walk safely in the glory of God. The woods and every fragment tree have shaded Israel at God's command, for God will lead Israel with joy, in the light of his glory with the mercy and righteousness that come from him. Alright, let's go ahead and do 6 in a second. We're on Baruch, by the way. Finishing it up. You know, but not since we have better white magic, but we don't at the moment, so... You know. I do know that. Why did I even get that? That's right, I got it, like, from a potion or something. Spell, maybe? Whatever it was. Why do I... I think that was the same deal. So yeah. Let me see. A copy of a letter which Jeremiah sent to those who were to be taken to Babylon as captives by the king of the Babylonians, to give them the message which God had commanded them. Because of the sins which you have committed before God, you will be taken to Babylon as captives by Nebuchadnezzar, king of the Babylonians. Therefore, when you have come to Babylon, you will remain there for many years, for a long time, up to 7 generations. After that, I will bring you away from there in peace. Now in Babylon you will see gods made of silver and gold and wood, which are carried on men's shoulders and inspire fear in the heathen. So take care not to become at all like the foreigners, or to let fear for these gods possess you when you see the multitude before and behind them worshipping them. But say in your heart, it is thou, O Lord, whom we must worship, for my angel is with you, and he is watching your lives. Their tongues are smoothed by the craftsmen, and they themselves are overlaid with gold and silver, but they are false and cannot speak. People take gold and make crowns for the heads of their gods, as they would for a girl who loves ornaments. And sometimes the priests secretly take gold and silver from their gods and spend it upon themselves, and even give some of it to the harlots in the brothel. They deck their gods out with garments like men, these gods of silver and gold and wood, which cannot save themselves from rust and corrosion. When they have been dressed in purple robes, their faces are wiped because of the dust from the temple, which is thick upon them. Like a local ruler, the god holds a scepter. Though unable to destroy anyone who offends it, it has a dagger in its right hand and has an axe, but it cannot save itself from war and robbers. Therefore, they evidently are not gods, so do not fear them. For just as one's dish is useless when it is broken, so are their gods of the heathen. When they have been set up in the temples, their eyes are full and their dust raised by the feet of those who enter. And just as the gates are shut on every side upon a man who has offended a king, as though he were sentenced to death, so the priests make their temples secure with doors and locks and bars, in order that they may not be plundered by robbers. They light lamps even more than they light for themselves, though their gods can see none of them. They are just like a beam of the temple. But men say their hearts have melted when worms from the earth devour them, and their robes they do not notice when their faces have been blackened by the smoke of the temple. Bats, swallows, and birds light on their bodies and heads, and so do cats. From this you will know that they are not gods, so do not fear them. As for the gold which they wear for beauty, they will not shine unless someone wipes off the rust. For even when they were being cast, they had no feeling. They are bought at any cost, but there is no breath in them. Having no feet, they are carried on men's shoulders, revealing to mankind their worthlessness. And those who serve them are ashamed, because through them these gods are made to stand, lest they fall to the ground. If anyone sets one of them upright, it cannot move itself, and if it is tipped over, it cannot straighten itself. But gifts are placed before them, just as before the dead. The priests sell the sacrifices that are offered to these gods, and use the money, and likewise their wives preserve some with salt, but give none to the poor or helpless. Sacrifice to them may be touched by women in menstruation or childbirth, since you know by these things that they are not gods. Do not fear them. For why should they be called gods? Women serve meals for gods of silver and gold and wood. In their temples the priests sit with their clothes rent, their heads and beards shaved, and their beards uncovered, and their heads uncovered. They howl and shout before their gods, as some do at a funeral feast for a man who has died. The priests take some of the clothing of their gods to clothe their wives and children. Whether one does evil to them or good, they will not be able to repay it. They cannot set up a king or despise one, or depose one. Likewise, they are not able to give either wealth or money. If one makes a vow to them and does not keep it, they will not require it. They cannot save a man from death or rescue the weak from the strong. They cannot restore sight to a blind man. They cannot rescue a man who is in distress. They cannot take the pity on a widow, or do good to an orphan. These things that are made of wood, overlaid with gold and silver, like stones from the mountain. And those who serve them will be put to shame. Why then must anyone think that they are gods or call them gods? Besides, even the Chaldeans themselves dishonor them. For when they see a dumb man who cannot speak, they bring him and pray Bel that the man may speak, as though Bel were able to understand. Yet they themselves cannot perceive this and abandon them, for they have no sense. And the women, with cords about them, sit along the passageways, burning bran for incense. When one of them is led off by one of the passers by, and is lain with. She derides the woman next to her, because she was not as attractive as herself, and her cord was not broken. Whatever is done for them is false. Why then must one think that they are gods, or call them gods? They are made by carpenters and goldsmiths. They can be nothing but what the craftsmen wish them to be. The men that make them will certainly not live very long themselves. How can the things that are made by them be gods? They have left only lies and reproach for those who come after. For when war or calamity comes upon them, the priests consult together as to where they can hide themselves and their gods. How then can one fail to see that they are not gods? For they cannot save themselves from war or calamity. Since they are made of wood and overlaid with gold and silver, it will afterward be known that they are false. It will be manifest to all the nations and kings that they are not gods, but the work of men's hands, and that there is no work of God in them. Who then can fail to know that they are not gods? For they cannot set up a king over a country, or give rein to men. They cannot judge their own cause, or deliver one who is wronged. For they have no power. They are like crows between heaven and earth. When fire breaks out in a temple of wooden gods overlaid with gold and silver, their priests will flee and escape, but the gods will be burnt in 2 lake beams. Besides, they can offer no resistance to a king or any enemies. Why then must one admit or think that they are gods? Gods made of wood and overlaid with silver and gold are not able to save themselves from thieves and robbers. Strong men will strip them of their gold and silver and of the robes they wear, and go off with this booty, and they will not be able to help themselves. So it is better to be a king who shows his courage, or a household utensil that serves its owner's needs, than to be these false gods. Better even the door of a house that protects its contents than these false gods. Better also a wooden pillar in a palace than these false gods. For sun and moon and stars, shining and sent forth like service, are obedient. So also the lightning, when it flashes, is widely seen, and the wind likewise blows in every land. When God commands the clouds to go over the whole world, they carry out his command. And the fire sent from above to consume mountains and woods does what it is ordered. But these idols are not to be compared with them in appearance or power. Therefore one must not think that they are gods, nor call them gods, for they are not able to either decide a case or to do good to men. Since you know then that they are not gods, do not fear them, for they can neither curse nor bless kings. They cannot show signs in the heavens and among the nations, or shine like the sun, or give light like the moon. Wild beasts are better than they are, for they can flee to cover and help themselves. So we have no evidence whatever that they are gods. Therefore we do not fear them. Like a scarecrow in a cucumber bed that guards nothing, so are their gods of wood, overlaid with gold and silver. In the same way, their gods of wood, overlaid with gold and silver, are like a thorn bush in a garden, or which every bird sits, or like a dead body cast out in the darkness. By the purple linen that wrought upon them, you will know that they are not gods, and they will finally themselves be consumed, and be a reproach on the land. Better therefore is a just man who has no idols, for he will be far from reproach. Whew, that was a long one from Baruch. Not that that's a bad thing. Alright, so at least Sloan leveled up. We still have a bit of a ways to go, I think. Just 30 more battles, so that's good. I'm gonna do a little bit more reading then, because I want to at least hit level 20 before Liquid Flame, so getting there, just gonna take a little bit of time. Gonna take a quick little break because my throat is. Yeah. Oh wait, Lena and Ferris are the same speed, huh? That's interesting. Huh. All right. Let's do 1 or 2 battles and then go back. Back attack, of course. Back attacks are the worst. Well, at least Galuf did something good. Pharisee did not. Bart's. Bart's butts. I'm gonna go spend some of this. Really? That's better. That's worse. That's better. I'm gonna go spend some of the skill, level them, or give them a little bit of better equipment. Then we'll just level up some more, I guess. I don't think we're quite ready. Yeah, I was gonna say, you're not gonna do much at the moment, Galif. You probably leveled down to level 1 at the moment, haven't you, or so? Let's go get them some better equipment. If we do that, they'll be able to level a little bit faster. Maybe not a lot bit faster, but faster enough. No death cycles though. That comes later. Like a fair amount later. Like so much later that it's pretty much not even worth pointing out, honestly, because I'm not gonna see them. You're not gonna see them. Oh, right, Wild Nax, alright. Now, to be fair, we might be able to Liquid Flame at this level with 4 Berserkers, but I'd rather just go ahead and wait one more level. Probably won't help that much, but it might help enough, honestly. Enough where I want to wait that one lower level. It will be pretty close to 1,000 health at that point. Won't be exact, but you know. There's a town. Hold on. Can't remember. Let's check. Oh, they all said that. Okay. Because, yeah, you definitely... can you even identify under power? I doubt it. I'm just curious. No one was off limits. Get lost. Okay. Well, we need the libraries. Why is it locked? Where's the pub? Not here. Nothing. I am getting tired. Might be a shorter video than I was expecting, honestly. I have a long day ahead of me, so I'm probably just going to make this an hour and then go to sleepies. So it's probably just going to be a grinding session this entire time, honestly, which, well, mostly this entire time, aside from what we're doing right now, of course. Can't do anything with those rods. Yeah, I was going to say, you're not going to let us get those, are you? So there they are. I saw the monsters coming out of the meteorite. I could take you. Game just won't let me. Okay, let's get up and wait for the cutscene. Come on, Sid. Come on, Sid. Come on, Sid. I don't remember if you have to go to a specific spot or if it's just gotta wait it out. Pretty sure it's just gotta wait it out. I'm pressing A though, just to make sure. I'm pretty sure you have to wait it out. Which is really bad for, you know, speedrunning. Wah ha 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 ha. Everybody begins to laugh. You think that's funny, do you? No. Also, Galif isn't that old. And now you made Sid sad. I'm sorry. I'm tired. How would you know? How would the people from back then? I mean, I guess that I don't know. Whatever. I'm just gonna go with it. We are here to protect the crystal. Oui, oui. I need to go to my comic store tomorrow and get a few sets of dice. Because I like dice. And I think I have comics. Admittedly, I don't have as many comics as I once did, mainly because Archie's apparently not doing many comics except for the Archie series anymore, and that's annoying, honestly, not gonna lie. Go back to doing Mega Man and Sonic. I don't know if it made them as much money as the Archie part of Archie Comics did, so I can't really blame them if it's monetary reasons. But I mean, if it wasn't like being a drain on the resources, then why not? I don't know. If you don't let them, you don't let us. Or me, whatever. Sure. I'm gonna go level Sid, so I just wanted access to the better gear. That was all. Wow! Can't get this gear yet. I think I might be able. Yeah, it's like none of the stuff we can get at the moment. It's part of the Metroid countdown sequence. Is this the right way? I don't think so. How do I get out of here? Can't get out this way, I don't think, yeah. Gotta be that I went the wrong way. No, I think I went the right way. I don't know. I'm tired. Very tired. It's because the werewolf's not really a werewolf, he's trying to warn you, let him in. The werewolf! Sid's explosives. I've played this game far too many times. It's a good game though, so I mean there's there's a lot worse Final Fantasy games to play. I'm really not a big fan of 7 or 13. I know that I've discussed the 13 part before, I'm not bringing that up to keep stirring the pot on that one, honestly. Although I can understand why somebody might think I was, but that is not my intent, at least. Not the intent. I don't think I actually do want that better armor. No? I could have sworn that there were some more silver specs that could buy around here, but I guess I'll get 3 of these. 2 of those, actually. We'll do 2. I mean, I bought 3, but we'll only equip. Optimize, and no, the Mythril Glove is actually coming off. You get the silver specs. And optimize, and once again, no, we're actually keeping that as the Elven Mantle just so as to avoid the possibility of Berserker risk. It's only 1, so that'll make the fire ship a little slow if they all, except for 1 person, gets that. But I mean, it's better than nothing. I'm pretty sure that this happens to. Yeah, that does 2 strength, doesn't it? Only by 1, but I mean, yeah. Okay, I'm pretty sure everybody else in here is actually good. Yeah. And optimize. How much is the battle axe? Not that much of a difference, but enough, I suppose. The main thing I need now, I don't think I've healed yet. Nope, okay. Need to do that too. And give me the magic. White magic, if you don't mind. Are you white magic? Nope. Are you white magic? Yes. Ooh, Kira too. Nice. Raise. Confuse. Silence. Oh. Protect. Cure. Libra. Poisona. Did we just get a Suna? No, we didn't get a Suna yet. So we still can't cure a few things, but we got Kira, which is honestly not a bad thing. As well as Raise, which is honestly not a bad thing. I don't think I can get Time Mage anymore, so... What's Time Mage is this one? I can't remember. I cannot remember. Do you suffer from long-term? No. No, I do not. Oh, okay. Ah, yes. Crew Dust is the one that I don't like. He's the one that can flash you. I don't think there's another place to get Silver Specs, or I remember correctly unless... No, they don't. They just freed them. I mean, it's still not good, but it's sounding better at least. I can't remember if, since we did that, if it'll sound better than last time. I'm gonna check. But yeah, either way, you can't do that, like, you know, level up off just one. That'd be pretty cheap, honestly, if you could. I like that you can only level up so much off of one thing. If that makes sense. I don't think it does. Because I'm tired, so I'm not entirely making sense. Yeah, I know, which makes me really sad. I would have loved to have been able to actually buy some stuff beforehand. Alright, let's go get another level. Let's go level for the next half hour. Ugh, that sounds boring. It is boring, but whatever. That's what's happening, so there you go. Let's see, status. Square. I don't know. Don't ask. There's one other thing I wanted to check, but I can't remember what now. I can't remember now. How many elixirs? Oh, 10. That's not awful, actually. Could sell some things, but I don't really want to. Yeah. I'm just gonna make sure there's not another spot to get the silver specs earlier. Silver specs. Final Fantasy 5. I don't think that there is, by the way. Like, I'm pretty sure this stuff, yeah. I'm real tired of that stuff. I suppose while I'm looking over this, I could actually, you know, do this. Well, not that. Should do more damage now, I suspect. At least enough more damage. Unless we miss all the time. That wasn't bad. Let me see. So you can steal silver specs from an enemy we've seen already, but we don't have a thief, so that's kind of out of the picture. You can get one from as a drop from an enemy, but I think that is also out of the picture. Because that's an upcoming boss that we haven't done yet. So, yeah. It's not 100% chance drop that it drops, or 100% chance that it drops it either, so. I could go do one thing, but I don't really want to. I'll do it after we get the next stuff. Alrighty. Down here. I like the wilder's nest. I like those sleepers too, but that's not coming yet. This is taking a long time to level up the entire way. That's alright. Not much else to do, and we're gonna need it, so whatever. Excuse me. Apologize. The movement did feel a little good there, not gonna lie. Excuse me. In 1 second, that was probably. I will start reading again, just reading over some stuff, honestly. Let me see. No, it's not as expensive, so that's good. I forgot they're making Frozen 2. I could have done without that reminder. Alrighty, let's go ahead and read some more now since I am done checking the Final Fantasy wiki. Oh, hey, we're actually close. How close are we to... Oh, hey, we're actually close to that, too, actually. We can do a chapter of Ezekiel, then. Yeah, a little extra, that's not so bad. The Book of Ezekiel, Chapter 1. In the 30th year, in the 4th month, on the 5th day of the month, as I was among the exiles by the river Chabar, the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of God. On the 5th day of the month, it was the 5th year of the exile of King Jehoiachin, the word of the Lord came to Ezekiel, the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans, by the river Chabar, and the hand of the Lord was upon him there. As I looked, behold, a stormy wind came out of the north, and a great cloud with brightness round about it, and fire flashing forth continually. And in the midst of the fire, as it were gleaming bronze, and from the midst of it came the likeness of 4 living creatures. And this was their appearance. They had the form of men, but each had 4 faces, and each of them had 4 wings. Their legs were straight, and the sole of their feet were like the sole of a calf's foot. And they sparkled like burnished bronze under their wings on their 4 sides. They had human hands, and the 4 had their faces, and their wings thus. Their wings touched one another. They went every one straight forward, without turning as they went. As for the likeness of their faces, each had the face of a man in front. The 4 had the face of a lion on the right side, the 4 had the face of an ox on the left side, and the 4 had the face of an eagle at the back. Such were their faces. And their wings were spread out above. Each creature had 2 wings, each of which touching the wing of another, while 2 covered their bodies, and each went straight forward wherever the spirit would go. They went without turning as they went. In the midst of the living creatures, there was something that looked like burning coals of fire, like torches moving to and fro among the living creatures. And the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning, and the living creatures darted out. Living creatures darted to and fro like a flash of lightning. Now as I looked at the living creature, I saw a wheel upon the earth beside the living creatures, one for each of the 4 of them. As for the appearance of the wheels and their construction, their appearance was like the gleaming of a chrysolite, and the 4 had the same likeness, their construction being, as it were, a wheel within a wheel. When they went in any of their 4 directions, without turning as they went. The 4 wheels had rims, and they had spokes, and their rims were full of eyes round about. And when the living creature went, the wheels went beside them. And when the living creatures rose from the earth, the wheels rose. Wherever the spirit would go, they went. And the wheels rose along with them, for the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. When those went, these went. When those stood, these stood. And when those rose from the earth, the wheels rose along with them, for the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. Over the heads of the living creatures there was the likeness of a firmament, shining like crystal, spread out above their heads. And under the firmament their wings were stretched out straight, one toward another, and each creature had 2 wings covering its body. And when they went, I heard the sound of their wings like the sound of many waters, like the thunder of the Almighty, a sound of tumult like the sound of a host. When they stood still, they let down their wings, and there came a voice from above the firmament over their heads. When they stood still, they let down their wings. And above the firmament over their heads there was the likeness of a throne, in appearance like sapphire, and seated above the likeness of a throne was a likeness as it were of a human form. And upwards from what had the appearance of his loins I saw it, as it were, gleaming bronze, like the appearance of fire, enclosed round about and downward for what had the appearance of his loins. I saw, as it were, the appearance of fire, and there was brightness round about him, like the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud on the day of rain. So was the appearance of the brightness round about. Such was the glory, the likeness of the glory of the Lord. And when I saw it, I fell upon my face and heard the voice of one speaking. We'll do one more, and then at least start on the fire-powered ship tonight. Chapter 2. And he said to me, Son of man, stand upon your feet, and I will speak with you. And when he spoke to me, the Spirit entered into me, and set me upon my feet, and I heard him speaking to me. And he said to me, Son of man, I send you to the people of Israel, to a nation of rebels who have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me to this very day. The people who are also imprudent and stubborn, I send you to them, and you shall say to them, Thus says the Lord God. And whether they hear or refuse to hear, for they are a rebellious house, they will know that there has been a prophet among them. And you, son of man, be not afraid of them, nor be afraid of their words. Though briars and thorns are with you, and you sit upon scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks. For they are a rebellious house, and you shall speak my words to them, whether they hear or refuse to hear. They are a rebellious house. But you, son of man, hear what I say to you. Be not rebellious like that rebellious house. Open your mouth and eat what I give you. And when I looked, behold, a hand was stretched out to me, and lo, a written scroll was in it, and he spread it before me. And it had writing on the front and on the back. And there were written on it words of lamentation and mourning and woe. Alright. Do we get any more elixirs? The middle part of the Bible I'm seeming to not understand as well, but I'm going to go back as soon as I'm done 100% and read it a second time, but I'm going to go about it a bit slower. Right now I'm typically aiming for about 4 chapters a day, but when I go back I'm going to be only 2 chapters a day, but I'll be reading the 2 chapters twice, that way I can understand it better. Like, it was right after Psalms that I seemed to not understand as well, but well, hey, elixir. That's partially to be expected, I guess. 11 elixirs isn't so bad. Actually, I think 11 elixirs for this early in the game is pretty good. Because I don't know if there's any way to steal them yet. So, might just be the same percentage as anybody else. Let's go ahead. There's a pretty decent chance we should hit 21 in the fire-powered ship, honestly. Oh, wait, hold on. We should be good on most stuff, but that, yes, please. Yeah, that's not such a bad idea, actually. We'll get 9. I don't think there's anything in here that can do it, but we... Ow. A tent. Ow. Would be... Yeah, we got 5, we're good. Don't really need more than that. Probably don't even need 50 eye drops, but whatever. Assuming worst comes to worst, and every time there's a crew dust, we get blasted to be blind. That would mean one party member wouldn't be blinded, but that might be about it. So I'm not sure if flash counts as a spell. Why is the ship packed with monsters? That's my question. Why is the ship packed with monsters? Well, let's just assume if there's anybody else in the ship. Oh, there's a few. Why are there monsters inside the ship, though? But why are there monsters inside the ship? I'm not getting the questions that we really... I'm not getting the answers to the questions that I really have here. We must already have the map, then. I can never remember. Pretty sure that's the second time you can get it, and the first time is the early game. Like, I'm pretty sure we've already gotten it, because it wasn't a... No, something. Too tired. The ghost shipyard. Ghost ready? Oh boy, crew dust, hooray, let's all go blind already. Oh wow, okay, well, we're about to get blinded. Maybe not, we might get lucky and be able to get them both at the same time. Hold on, let's see. 1, 2, okay. If you can get them in time, they won't do it, but typically you're not going to see it in time, honestly. At least that's what I've found. And that's why I brought 50. Just to play it safe. Good, we're missing. Good, we're missing. That's what I want. That is exactly what I want. Yeah, we'll probably go for an hour. I would like to at least make this an hour stream. Then we'll do a quick save for the night. Man, am I glad there's a quick save feature. I don't think any of the others happen to have a quick save feature. Defeat her. Defeat her? How about we defeat you? I know this bad joke. I'm pretty sure when you go down, you come up. Yep. There goes one. Is he gonna attack first, or are we gonna? Oh, he's not gonna be able to hit. Eh. Not yet. Want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Hold you guys and defeat her. I'm pretty sure you do not happen to hold any flame scrolls. Or scrolls in general, I would suppose. Could be mistaken about that. There's one other place, because I'm pretty sure that's the right way. So I don't want to go the right way quite yet. Demoda traps. To be fair, they're doing a lot of damage right now. I'm pretty sure the liquid flame will still get in a lot of trouble though. I can't remember if this is right way though. Good, it's not. Oh, we have 13 elixirs now. That's not bad, honestly. That's the opposite of bad. It's not. I forgot that they gave you 2 right back to back. Alright, let's see. You both attacked, so I have a good chance of taking you both out, but I was gonna say unless that happens. Okay, now we have okay. So Crew Dust isn't the most scary on Berserker. It's fairly scary, but it's like since it I'm still keeping the silver specs on just to play it safe, but it's not awful, I suppose. Phoenix not so bad. Alright, pull out the motor traps. We know they're there. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Sleep time. I think I can stay up long enough so as to get to the actual save point. It's not that much farther. Like, this is technically the fire crystal area, temple thing you want to call it. It's not very big. Alright, let's go repeat this part a few times. Oh, not this part quite yet. This part a few times. Apparently I'm misremembering really badly at the moment. One, 2, 3, 4. Gotta catch a rat. I really don't like Borderlands that much. I've been playing it for when we do it for the channel. It's not my favorite though. No, it's my favorite. No. Not at all. Let's see, where does this go? Oh, I won't say home somewhere. Something about the nice country air. Oh boy, a back attack. So we're probably gonna get blinded. Oh, that's the worst nice thing about having a thief. One. Ugh. It's gonna take forever. Good. I got a little bit worried when one of them missed there for a second. I was drinking water, so I didn't really catch who it was. It was like things I did not want to happen with that. Green Beret, I believe that raises strength even more. But we can't equip it at the moment, so it doesn't really matter, does it? No, it doesn't. Yeah, we can't. Can't equip the Green Beret at the moment, so that's a thing. It's not a bad thing, it's just an annoying thing, I guess. Not even that annoying, just remotely annoying. I go, I don't know. I do not know. Come on, Eileen. That's not the way. Actually, that technically is the right way. It's just not at the moment. I thought for the right direction, I should say. Excuse me. Let's do this one. It's been a while, so I can't remember what path leads where. Well, that's good, actually. These gloves, completely meaningless to us. Which is a shame, because they're actually not a bad item. I think we're where we don't need to be. Yeah, okay. We have taken the wrong turn in Albuquerque. I always do that at least once when we're doing this part. So I'll have to remember that for next year. Number 3 is Thieves' Gloves. Man, I'm surprised at the lack of enemies we've seen. Not that I'm upset by it. I would like to go to Sleepy's. 4. I'm pretty sure it's going to lead us to nowhere. Pretty much. And we'll try 2. I just tapped myself in the eye a little bit. I think that's the right way. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe yes. I don't think we can equip that either. Yeah. Nah. Technically, it's kind of a knife, it's kind of not. It's in that weird subcategory where it's like, it's technically a knife, but not really. I could keep going, I suppose. How close? Not that close. No. The only reason I say no is because we do happen to have that escape sequence at the end. So I'm actually going to call it good for the time being. On the bright side, we obviously have made some progress, so we will continue on with this in a couple days. I'm going on vacation for the next couple days, so I will see all of you guys some at a time. Peace.